So then we have on October 27th, Boggs Extermination Order, just this infamous order. Now it's interesting, I'm personally connected to this. I was born in Jackson County, Missouri in 1972. And it turns out that the extermination order had never been rescinded, never been erased from the books. But it's interesting that my dad happened to be bishop at this time, and a woman was baptized into our ward who was a PR specialist. She was great in the public with communication, and my dad thought, oh, it'd be great for her to be the PR specialist for the ward. And my dad and her got talking about, maybe we should run some kind of celebration about the overturning of the extermination order, like when it was rescinded. And it turns out this woman was a childhood friend of a guy named Kit Bond, who happened to be the Missouri governor at the time that we lived in Kansas City. And so this woman reaches out to her childhood friend, the governor, and said, could we check the dates when this was rescinded and maybe just run a little celebration? And weeks and months go by and she hears nothing. Finally, the governor's office gets back to her and said, embarrassingly, actually, this law is still legal to kill members of the church. So my dad's like, oh my gosh, this is a pretty big deal. I better alert the brethren in Salt Lake City about this. So my dad sends us up the line, and again, months go by, and then the brethren respond and say, let us quietly work with the state of Missouri to rescind this order and not make a big deal of it at all, because the people living in Missouri today are not the people that were alive back in the 1830s, and the people in Missouri today are not responsible for things that happened in the past. And so it was rescinded. I don't remember the exact date, but I think it was maybe in 1976.